Hey, Boy with the Bible here. This is going to be a really fast video because I am going to be on a little bit of a road trip most of this week, starting tomorrow pretty early in the day, so I'm not going to have time to film. So I figured, what could I cover today? Why not cover what I read in devotions this morning? The thing that really stuck out to me because I think it's a really good truth. So I'm just going to be talking about that really quick. It's in 2 Kings 17, verse 15. This isn't anything really incredible. This presentation I'm giving is just I just thought it might be, a good reminder, I guess, mainly. It says here, so the context of this is basically, it's in Kings, and this is, the period where the kings weren't doing so hot. They were kind of lukewarm at best, and so a lot of bad stuff was happening. And basically, the Israelites fall into captivity, and this is just talking about why it happened. God's giving his reasoning. He doesn't just punish them. He says, look, I punished them, and this is why. And God is really nice because he really doesn't have to justify what he's doing. He knows. He doesn't have to explain it to us, and yet he does, which is really nice of him. So you see, verse 15, and they rejected his statutes and his covenant that he made with their fathers and his testimonies, which he testified against them, and they followed vanity and became vain. And those really two phrases there stuck out to me, followed vanity and became vain. Just a good reminder to me that, you are what you eat, I guess, in a way. If you just seek after dumb stuff your whole life, you're not going to be very smart. You're going to be dumb. Because for one thing, wise people don't go after foolish things, and foolish people don't go after wise things. Because they're polar opposites, they seek different things. So when we choose to go after vanity and unsatisfactory things, as a good way of defining the word vanity, just empty, worthless things that won't satisfy, things that are pointless, things that aren't real, really. In the long run, they're not real. We are becoming vain. We are becoming worthless ourselves because we pile around us worthless things, and the people that we put around us and the actions that we do sort of define who we are. So we can say, oh, I'm a good person, but if nobody's good, obviously, but we can say, oh, I'm a good Christian, but if you are constantly surrounding yourself with vain things, going after vain things, hanging around vain people, making vain things your priority, making your motivation about vain things, if your whole existence is based upon seeking, pleasure through watching bad things or just sitting on the internet or playing sports, if your whole existence is about making money or meeting new people or whatever it may be, you're a vain person. But you don't have to be that way. You can change. And I'm glad that we can choose every day. We can change our path in life. You may have wasted time, but we can make up for it. And just know that, it's one of the things that helps me is just, I think about, my life could be so much better. I could be doing so much more. But, when you really think about it, compared to the rest of the population, it's not that this is an easy time to be alive at all. It's not. And that's not just because, the Ukraine thing, that's not that big. It doesn't affect us in America. Really, no. It's regardless of the stuff that's really been happening recently with COVID. I'm talking about just in general, resisting temptation and really not living a lukewarm life and not living for yourself, because there's so many ways to gratify your flesh nowadays, and they're all so easily accessible. It's ridiculous. So just remember that God chose you to be born during this time when he knew there'd be so many temptations and it'd be so easy to be mediocre. And America has plentiful. We don't have to worry about where our food's going to come from for most of us. So just remember that you may be vain now, or maybe you have a habit of going after vain things, but you don't have to stick that way. You can ask God for help, and that's something I got to work on. There's plenty of things in my life that I can improve. But that's basically what I got from devotions this morning. Nothing too mind-blowing, just encouraging. So anyway, it's getting dark out here. It's nice. Daylight savings time is nice in that you can get more sunlight in the day and in the evening, which is nice. But anyway, off topic. This is Boy with the Bible signing out, and God bless. Have a good rest of your day.